and right now they're locking up, and the Baron all over the Natural. I tell you, the Baron's been around. Bulldog, he's been in the wrestling game for 23 years now, and still looking in top shape.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind. You know, he's a great athlete. You know, he went to University of Nebraska. He won everything there in amateur sports, went on to professional wrestling, and every time you open up your book or watch television, you're bound to hear the name Baron von Raschke.
All right, locking up. Once again, he's got a good-looking side headlock there on the Natural, and he's got that look, that big smile on his face. You know he's administering pain, and the Natural's going for a handful of hair, and he's not going to find it. Referee Ricky Jones, the third man in the ring. And Bulldog, like we were mentioning earlier, there's some great action on the way. A newcomer to the WFWA, but obviously not a newcomer to the world of professional wrestling, the Baron.
Well, I tell you, you know, watching the Baron is just, hey, you're seeing the best in professional wrestling. And later on, you know, in the card, listen, you're going to see Ken Patera. You're seeing it all right here on this great, great network of professional wrestling. And all I can tell you is there's more to come, Joey.
All right. As you can see right now, the Natural trying to get some blood flowing through that left arm of his. And the Baron showing some superior strength so far in this one, manhandling. Oh, and the Natural going for a rake in the eyes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joe, that'll stop any professional wrestling. You know, you get a thumb in the eye, and you're gonna, hey, it's hurt, you're hurting. And right now, I'll tell you what, the Natural better stay right on top of him, because if the Baron comes out of this, you know what's going to happen.
Well, I agree with you 110%. I don't even know if the Natural's going about it the right way, because if there's one man I wouldn't want to tick off in that squared circle, it would be the big man from Germany, Baron von Raschke.
Well, listen, he's not up here for the good of his health. Hey, he's up here because he knows there's big money to be made up here in Canada, and he wants to be part of it. But to be part of one thing, Joe, is one thing. But you must go out and win the big matches.
If anybody should know that point, it should be the man sitting with me here at ringside, Bulldog Bob Brown, witnessing all the great action here in front of a sellout crowd. The WFWA trying to bring you some of the top talent in wrestling today. And Bulldog, two of them are in that ring right now, Baron von Raschke and the Natural.
Well, listen, the Naturals, you know, I tell you, the Naturals just got him going now, and I'm surprised to see the Baron von Raschke in a position to where he is, Joe. He's usually on top of you at all times.
Definitely, but the Natural, we have to give credit where credit's due. His plan right now seems to be working on the Baron, and the Baron's trying to regain his marbles. I don't know if he's got a chokehold on there or working the nerve grips, Bob.
What about his manager at ringside? You know, his manager's there. He's got a lot to say, and a lot of the outcome of this match has got a lot to say with the guy standing at ringside. He's a big help in there, Joe. A lot of people don't understand what a manager is doing there. But, you know, hey, the manager told me before he ever came out of the dressing room, you got a big man, go out and beat him, and we'll take it from there.
The Golden Sheik, I tell you, if you're going to talk about him, get him to stand on your side of the ring. I can't stand the man. And here he goes again. Just watch your man in action there, Golden Sheik. Bob, you started something again with the leader of the Mercenaries of Mayhem, the Golden Sheik, but you're absolutely right. A manager, especially someone like the Golden Sheik, can play a big part in a wrestling match.
Oh, there's no doubt it, Joe. Listen, right now, you know, he's cheering on his man, and of course his man will have to come out of this. But I'll tell you one thing, Baron von Raschke's doing right now what he's capable of doing the best, staying right on top of him, Joe.
That's right, the Baron regaining his senses, and he's on top of his man. Believe it or not, I thought it would have taken the Baron less time to regain his composure. We have to give credit to the Natural. He's doing a pretty fine job in there, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat the Baron.
Well, I'll tell you, this is just a great match, Joe. You sound a lot like Ed Whalen right now. You know, I got to put my money on this guy, but I'll tell you, don't count out the Natural. Hey, anybody's capable of getting beaten. I'll tell you, the way he had the Raschke a while ago, I thought he could have won, but I didn't go out and say it like you did, Joe.
Well, the Natural getting to the ropes, and that's the only way he was going to break the pressure hold put on by Baron von Raschke there with the headlock. And now the Baron picking him up by the hair. And here we go.
the Sheik
big
now.
slam.
He's really going in there now. He's trying to put his man, get a little enthused with his man. And all right.
All right, the Baron going for the pin. Oh, the natural. Just in the nick of time there. I'm surprised he did it. 5 minutes gone in this one so far. And the Baron trying to rip the nose off the natural.
Well,
And you can see what he's saying. He's telling the referee that he's just returning some of the natural's own medicine.
Well, I think the referee should move into this match before he lets it out of control. I think he should have moved in and disqualified Baron von Raschke. After all, he did try to take his eye out, Joe. Come on now, give me a break.
Well, the Sheik is going nuts on referee Ricky Jones, but how can you blame the referee? He's calling a heck of a match right now. Two tough combatants in there in the Golden Sheik. He should know better than complaining to the referee about somebody breaking the rules. He's a master at it.
Well, there's nobody better than him to break the rules. He's been breaking them for 20 years that I know of. As a matter of fact, I've wrestled him on many, many occasions. And you talk about Baron von Raschke, Joe. I'm going to tell you, one of the hardest men in professional wrestling to get down and get the 3 count on. He's been pinned very, very few times.
Well, he stands in at 6'4" tall, 262 pounds. Like you mentioned earlier, from the University of Nebraska, former football great. It's going to take a lot, but the natural might be getting a little cocky here, Bob.
Oh, my.
Only a 2 count. It's going to take a lot more than that to pin the Baron. You know that as well as I do.
Well, the Baron's gonna, I'm sure the Baron will come out of this. He's not gonna give up on this hold. That I can guarantee you.
Right now, the Baron getting back to his feet, sizing him up with a big elbow. And a big shot there to the side of the head. If that doesn't give you cauliflower ears, I don't know what will. And I think he just might have ticked off the Baron a little bit. The Baron, nice hip toss there. The Baron giving the sign for the claw.
The people are going crazy here, Joe. They know what to expect when they put the claw on.
Yet to see a man get out of this hold. The Sheik is incensed here at ringside, and it could be lights out for the natural. The Baron, once he grips on to the temple area, oh, that's it. It's all over.
Joe, that match went 7 minutes and 34 seconds, about 6 minutes more than I thought it. I'll tell you, so Baron von Raschke had a little trouble, but let me tell you one thing. He came on like a ball of fire, and it was a very exciting match.
Well, you talk about trouble. The Golden Sheik might be in some trouble of his own. The Baron removing the claw hold from the natural. Your winner once again, Baron von Raschke, your winner. And while the natural having problems getting up, and hopefully we'll be able to get Bulldog Bob Brown down at ringside to talk to Baron von Raschke. Let me tell you, fans, when the Baron applies that claw hold, it at least takes him 5 to 10 seconds to remove it after all that blood is pumping through his wrist. Right now, let's go to Bulldog Bob Brown at ringside with the Baron.
Baron von Raschke, 7 minutes and 34 seconds to beat your opponent. You know, that's a little long, knowing you for all the years that I've known you. What happened in there?
Well, that's right here, Bob. You know what happened? I got a little careless. I didn't take him as seriously as I should have. In professional wrestling, you're always putting it on the line. You can never let up. Well, I let up a little bit too much. I let him get to my throat. But I tell you what, the result was the same. He went down with a claw, and that's really all you need to know here, Bob.
Well, you know, Baron, I know you're not up here for the good of your health. I'm sure you're up here for a reason. Could you enlighten us on what you're after and what you're going to do in the weeks to come?
Well, I tell you the truth, this is one of the healthiest parts of the country I've been in. I love it up here. And what I'm up here for, I'm in training. There's a big battle royal coming up. $10,000 on the line. Over the top rope to the concrete floor. 15 men in the ring, big men, powerful men, strong men. And whoever wins, the last man in the ring, gets to walk away with a $10,000 prize. That's what I'm up here for. That's what I'm getting in shape for. And besides that, I like all my friends and fans up here. You know that.
$10,000. That's what he's here for. Big battle royal. We'll be right back after this important message.
That's all you need to know.